For this week's You Transform Thursday, I'm going to tell you about how I've inhabited a new state of being regarding prosperity consciousness and how the universe has already immediately responded. It's a really cool little example here. So regarding prosperity consciousness, I've realized I've had the same identity in this area for most of my life. And it's not so much about stepping into a place of materialistic greediness or only being focused on money or something like that, but realizing that I am an unlimited creator and being, and I have the ability to have abundance and to be an abundant giver, or if you want to use the word millionaire or whatever word you want to use. So I'll say I'm an abundant giver, I'm a millionaire, and go about my day and make decisions like that, even if it's uncomfortable. Little example is I wanted to go visit my friend who lives in Oklahoma City. I live in Dallas. It's only like a 3.5 hour drive. I've driven there and back many times. I'm just going to be able to see him for one day and come right back. I'm like, I don't really want to drive 7 hours round trip, etc. It'd be nice to fly. So I looked at the flights. It's like $400 just to fly round trip. I mean, I could drive. It'll be a lot cheaper. So my previous identity would always be like that, like, just drive, like save the money, instead of valuing time and realizing that I really prefer to fly if I can and things like that. So I made the more uncomfortable choice, like I'm just going to book this flight anyway, because being a millionaire, being in abundance, this new identity that I have in prosperity consciousness is very different, and would of course make that decision, no big deal. So I did. That's one example. But what else was pretty cool is a few days later, I've been really feeling into this. Like, you know what? I would love to fly first class next time that I go on a flight. And I've never been one to want the more luxurious trappings, you could say. But I'm like, I would like to know that I can. I have the ability to have that experience. I'd especially like to do it internationally sometimes. Domestically, I'm like, yeah. But next time I'm going to book a first class flight because I need to make myself a little bit more uncomfortable, really stretch things a little bit, and the universe does respond. But this morning I was checking into my Oklahoma City flight, and on the app I was checking in, and I was presented an upgrade. I'm like, you can upgrade to first class, and it wasn't actually that much more to upgrade. But even then, I would have always just said no. Most of the time, the upgrades do cost quite a bit more, but I would always just say no anyway. I'm like, why? I'm going to get to the same place. But I did. I accepted the upgrade. I'm like, that's so cool. The universe already responded with this little example of me realizing, next time I want to go on a flight, I want to fly first class, and I'm actually going to on this particular flight. Little example. So even if you have no interest in changing your identity around prosperity consciousness, around wealth and things like that, it might be regarding health. Maybe it's that you've been sickly, or you haven't been working out, you've been very inconsistent, you don't have any energy, and you take the action. You start giving yourself affirmations. I am perfect health, I am in alignment, I am whole and complete, and you're feeling the emotions of gratitude already. You're already feeling exhilarated by being able to go hiking again and mountain biking and doing all these fun things, even if you can't yet because your body's still sickly and you're in pain, right? You're doing that in your meditations and you're visualizing. You've got the emotions and you've got the thoughts happening, but you need to take some sort of action, even if it's going to a low-impact yoga class or doing something that you can do right now to get that momentum. And you know that this is who you are now. Just as an example, maybe you sign up for a gym and you start going to a class, and then you might have the idea, it would be really great to have a personal trainer or a coach. I'm not sure if I can afford it, not really sure who the right person is though, but I know that I am perfect health. I know that would be a good thing for me too. The next day you go to a smoothie shop or somewhere and you happen to run into someone and you talk to them and they are a personal trainer. The point is, the universe will respond to your state of being, and if you know it to be true on the inside. So even if you don't have external clues yet, which is why most people don't do this, of course, they're like, oh, I don't have the money to buy that flight, I will not do it, or I do not have the ability to do this thing with my body yet, I'm in pain, I won't do anything yet until I have some energy. We have to choose to be first. So I just want to share that with you guys. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how you're all doing. Take care.